Chat, we're gonna finish on two of my favorite things. Fat Electrician and Little Caesars Pizza. Two of my favorite things combined together. Chat, I am squeeing right now. I cannot wait. I love Little Caesars. Little Caesars, by far, my favorite pizza. By far, my favorite pizza is Little Caesars. I am heartbroken that I cannot get my Little Caesars anymore. So, I am pining for it. Oh, street, damn you! Why must you run it in? Why must you rub it in? So, chat, he's saying that he's the most gangster pizza CEO. I mean, Little Caesars is the most gangster pizza, period. So, I can't wait to find out just how much more based the CEO is of my favorite pizza company. So, let's fucking go.
I started looking into this company because it was a staple in my childhood growing up poor, and I like cheap pizza, and boy did it take some unexpected turns. Today we're talking about Little Caesars Pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, there's two types of people on the planet. There are people that like Little Caesars, and there's people that lack critical thinking skills. Buh! Little Caesars is not good pizza. Buh! Okay, nobody said it was. They said it was hot, ready, and it cost $5, okay? Nobody in their right mind is walking into Little Caesars, seeing an entire case of already cooked pizzas that are hot, ready, and cost $5, and are thinking to themselves, wow, I bet that pizza is absolutely delicious, okay? And if you think that, guess what? I've got a dress shirt to sell you that I wore while I was drinking alcohol at the Pentagon, which is banned, by the way, which in hindsight's a horrible example because I actually did wear this shirt while I was drinking alcohol at the Pentagon.
She did. I watched the unsub podcast of the Pentagon today during work. He wore his tuxedo tank top during the unsub podcast inside the Pentagon, interviewing sergeant majors from the Pentagon. He wore his tuxedo tank top. It was glorious. And he's right. They did bring a 12-pack of White Claw that they had to get permission to do. They actually got a special exemption to bring a full 12-pack of White Claw into the Pentagon and consume it. Yeah, well, the colonel not only bought it for them, but he actually did the requisition to allow them to have it. Yeah, the quote-unquote hit bag, yeah. Well, he said the colonel said at least 8. He did clarify. He did say at least 8. And Nick is also the first person in history to finish a White Claw in the Pentagon. Oh, you could tell he wanted some, Revan. He abstained, but you could tell he wanted one. But yes, Nick is the first person to officially finish a White Claw in the Pentagon. I misheard my buddy talk about getting hot ready, and I asked for the gal working there for a hot and heavy. Okay, gray matter, important question. How did she respond? Did she say, well, I finished work in 10 minutes? Machinist? I don't know, honestly. I've kind of been tempted to try a White Claw myself. I just don't know if I can find any around by me. She turned beet red and laughed. Well, it's gray matter. You're in. You are in.
Gone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, man. It tastes so much better knowing how much paperwork went into getting
First one to finish a White Claw in the Pentagon. Also, in my defense, before it even gets brought up in the comment section, I did not get to choose the type of alcohol, okay? I would have chose Busch Light all day and tomorrow, but when life gives you White Claws in the basement of the Pentagon, you chug them. That's my bad, disregard.
Yes.
Anyways, the point I'm trying to get across to you is nobody's going to Little Caesars because they want really good pizza, okay? Little Caesars is for mom that has been working 40 hours a week.
I'm sorry, Nick. Little Caesars is great fucking pizza. I have had a few pizzas in my day. Okay? I've had them from the chains. I've had them from the restaurants. I've had them the frozen kind. I'm sorry, Little Caesars is my favorite fucking pizza, not because the hot and ready $5. I think Little Caesars pizza tastes fucking fantastic. No. Yard dog, I've had Papa John's. I will take Little Caesars over Papa John's any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week, I will take Caesars. Over just like any pizza that I have had. I love my Little Caesars. I think Little Caesar tastes fucking fantastic. And I miss it. Like when I was living in Newfoundland, I did have Little Caesars available to me. Since I have moved to my current location, I have no Caesars. And the closest thing to it, which I believe is a subsidiary, I don't know if Nick's going to talk about it, there is a pizza chain in Canada called Pizza Pizza, which I fully believe is a subsidiary of Little Caesars. It's too far away from me. It won't deliver to me.
Amber, Goggle says White Claw has around 4.5% of alcohol.
What's that in comparison to standard beer? What's the standard APV of beer? Is that 3.5? So it's slightly more than a beer. I thought beer was 3.5 APV. Standard beer's 5? Okay, I'm off. And hang on. Friendship ended. Now Domino's is my new best.
From Chicago, you claim to be.
Yes, zip ties. I like Chicago pizza fine. I still love my fucking Little Caesars. I'm not saying that I dislike Chicago pizza, but I still love my Little Caesars. I love it. And yes, Green Matter, Little Caesars did come to Newfoundland. It did. It absolutely did come to Newfoundland. Seba. Meanie. Nagel, I cannot say because I don't want to dox myself. But I'm not range of a Little Caesars. That's all I can tell you. In my current location, I am not in a Little Caesars. There is like a Pizza's apartment. Okay, street. That's kind of what I guessed because obviously Little Caesars slogan is Pizza Pizza. I figured it was some kind of co-op thing with because the taste is it. It tastes like Little Caesars. Unfortunately, the nearest Pizza is too far away for delivery for me. I am too far away from my nearest Pizza to have delivered. So the only way I can get it is I have to go and drive to go get it and then come home. And I'm sorry, I'm just not doing that. So I can't. I'm not willing to drive like 25, 30 minutes just to go get a Little Caesar pizza. Sorry. It sucks because I really love that pizza, but
week and is driving home and doesn't want to cook dinner, and then she sees a Little Caesars and is like, holy shit, I can feed myself, my husband, and my 2 kids for $6.99 by buying a pizza, crazy bread, and marinara sauce. Okay, and the craziest part about that everybody has to respect is the fact that Little Caesars pizza has been $5 since 1997, okay? It is the Arizona tea of the pizza world. Whoever...
By the way, and he probably will bring this up, but I want to say it first. Let us not forget that Little Caesars did not start as hot, fresh, and ready for $5. No, that's not how they started. Little Caesars started with 2 for $1. That is how Little Caesars began. Little Caesars began by literally doing a buy one, get one free as the standard for their pizza. When Caesars first came on the scene, they were selling 2 pizzas in 1 box for the price of 1. That's how they started. Yeah, it was a double-sided, no, Kaibo, not a double-sided pizza box. It was an elongated pizza box. It was basically 2 pizza boxes stacked side by side, not one on top of the other. And that's how Little Caesars started. Is 2 pizzas, but it was for the price of 1. And then I'm guessing the 2 pizzas for the price of 1 probably did cut into profit margins, unfortunately. And then they just change it to the $5 hot and ready pizza, which is still fucking fantastic.
Runs Little Caesars and Arizona Tea should be put in charge of the U.S. economy. And we're going to talk about $5 since 1997, okay? It is the Arizona Tea of the pizza world. Whoever runs Little Caesars and Arizona Tea should be put in charge of the U.S. economy. And we're going to talk about how they managed to keep the prices that low right after a word from our sponsor.
Night.
Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you one.
Again?
Perfect.
All right, I'll go get it now. Love you.
Love you.
There we go. This one again.
Hour later.
Where's that boombox that I asked for?
Oh, it's right here. I got it for you.
What is this?
The boombox.
No, I wanted something to play music with.
Oh, that kind of boombox. Yeah, I got this instead.
Okay, we'll go to the store and get me a boombox so I can listen to music.
Can I keep this one still?
I don't care.
This video is brought to you by Delete Me, okay? Super simple business model. You give them money, they turn around and they make sure that online data brokers are not selling your personal information
He definitely
online.
wants that
Okay, here's
boombox,
the deal.
Revan.
Pretty much anytime you use a free service on the internet and you click that little box that says, I agree to the terms and conditions, you've basically just agreed to allow them to harvest as much of your personal information as humanly possible. They then turn around and sell that to online data brokers, and that's how they can afford to offer you a free service. But when you have Delete Me, they go and they monitor all of these online data brokers for your personal information, and then if they find it, they submit all the opt-out forms on your behalf, so they have to take down and stop selling that information.
Yeah, so
when you buy Delete Me, you're not actually buying anything. You're just buying your way out of all the negative consequences of all the free shit that you've already gotten. And because they continue to monitor those data brokers, you're buying yourself out of all the future negative consequences of all the free shit that you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give Delete Me a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins on July 20th, 1929, when a young Mike Ilitch is born, the son of two first-generation immigrants. Like pretty much everybody born at this point in time, he grows up, he ends up joining the military, and he ends up becoming a United States Marine. Serves 4 years in the Marine Corps, comes back home, meets a young lady by the name of Marion, ends up marrying her. Then he ends up playing pro baseball for the Detroit Tigers, the New York Yankees, and the Washington Senators. Unfortunately, he ends up getting a knee injury and is forced into early retirement. At this point, that was like everything he was banking on, and he just has to start taking whatever jobs he can find. He's working as a handyman, he's working as a door-to-door salesman for aluminum awnings, literally just doing whatever he can do to get by. So him and his wife end up saving up $10,000, and they want to use that money to start up their own pizza place. And that's exactly what they do. And whenever you start a new business, the first thing you do is come up with a name. And Mike wanted to call it Pizza Treat, and his wife chimes in, is like, no, I hate that name. I want to name the restaurant after my pet name for you, Little Caesar. Which is weird because Mike is
okay. This could be taken one of several different ways. Okay, is he talking about that Little Caesar? Huh? Exactly. I wonder if Nick is going to answer this question for us. Well, I mean, Brevit, if she's calling it Caesar, then it must have a very commanding presence. Hopefully you can avoid that whole getting stabbed multiple times by your best friend in a coup for power. That would be bad. Then we're turning into the Lorraine Bobbitt story.
average height. He was 5'9", Caesar was only 5'7", and Mike is significantly taller than his wife, so I don't know why she would come up with the name Little Caesar. Wait, Little Caesar always depicted by stabbing his spear into a pie. Wait, pull up a picture of the Little Caesar. Holy shit.
Do you consider this wise? Do you consider this wise, chats?
Wait, pull up a picture of the Little Caesar. Holy shit.
That's a peanut.
Wait, was this a Marine Corps dick joke the entire time? I'm conflicted. On one hand, my childhood is ruined, but on the other hand, it's a multi-billion-dollar Marine Corps dick joke, which is just perfect. I wonder if Melinda Gates is who came up with the name Microsoft. Sorry, we're getting...
Oh, no. That's not shots fired. That's artillery dialed in fire for fucking effect. Okay? Holy shit. Yeah.
Way off track. Little Caesars was originally Little Caesars Pizza Treat, and it opened up in 1959, and their slogan was Pizza Pizza, which is the most Marine Corps slogan of all time. Just say whatever it is twice. Except, of course, in Canada, Pizza Pizza was already trademarked, so they had to go with quality instead.
Nerd alert!
Let me hear you say,
Wait, what? Hang on. Hang on. I think I missed something here. Hang on. Wait. And, oh, dear Earl, thank you for the follow also.
Except, of course, in Canada, Pizza Pizza was already trademarked, so they had to go with quality instead.
Nerd alert!
let me hear you say,
Right out of the gate, their first restaurant is
I'm confused. How the hell did this... What? Yeah, Albert, me neither. What?
slogan of all time. Just say whatever it is. And their slogan was
Hang on.
Pizza Pizza, which is the most Marine Corps slogan of all time. Just say whatever it is twice. Except, of course, in Canada, Pizza Pizza was already trademarked, so they had to
Okay, I missed him saying in Canada Pizza Pizza was already trademarked. I missed that part. That's what I was like, huh? I'm confused. Okay. Gotcha. He did say, okay, so the Pizza Pizza company that I know, you're in Canada. Yeah, okay. That's what it was. I missed him actually saying in Canada. I think I talked over him and I completely missed it. Okay.
to go with quality instead.
Nerd alert!
let me hear you say,
Right out of the gate, their first restaurant is a huge success, and they end up franchising and getting another location open within the first 3 years. Then they start opening up Little Caesars all over the country. It's a huge chain, and somewhere along this line, they end up ditching the original name of Little Caesars Pizza Treat and just shorten it to Little Caesar, which I'm never going to be able to say the same ever again now. Is this why the breadsticks are so thin? So business is going great. They start...
They're not breadsticks. They're crazy bread. Nick, you put some... You say that with pride. They're crazy bread. Which, by the way, I've had crazy bread from back in the day. They've changed the crazy bread recipe. Crazy bread used to be like deliciously soft. And now that like the crazy bread, the dough is like a firmer dough. I don't like it as much. The current recipe for crazy bread, I don't like. I like the OG crazy bread because it was like soft and like, you know, it had the garlic butter on it with the Parmesan, and it was like I could literally make a meal out of crazy bread. But they've changed the recipe on it. And no, the recipe, or maybe perhaps in the US, J10, I don't think it's changed in Canada, at least to my understanding. I've had crazy bread not all that long ago, and it's still the same, the firmer consistency to the dough that the taste was fine. I just didn't like the firm consistency. I much prefer the softer, doughier consistency. If they brought that back in the States, that's fantastic.
Start opening up restaurants all over the United States. They've even got some up there in Canada. They keep the company privately owned, so they get to make all the decisions. Everything's going great. They're making a ton of money, at which point Mike sets his sights on going and buying the favorite team that he played for when he was a professional baseball player, the Detroit Tigers. He wants to own the entire team, and he's got the money to do it. But in 1998, the CEO of Domino's, his direct competitor, bought the team out from underneath him.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, this is a Marine.
Yeah.
This is shots fired. This means absolute war. So what ends up happening is Mike still wants to own a sports team. So what he does instead is he ends up buying the Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team, and under his command, they do great, start winning a bunch of games.
I mean, yeah, buying a baseball team is a good investment. The Detroit Red Wings was a better investment. How many people give a shit about the Detroit Tigers baseball team? No. No one gives a shit about the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Red Wings, though? People know who the Red Wings are. People know who the Red Wings are like 10 times more than the Tigers. No, like if you were to say, you know, what do you think about the Tigers exactly, Grindhouse. When you talk about the Tigers, even sometimes if you throw in the Detroit Tigers, most people go, who the fuck are the Detroit Tigers? If you say who are the Detroit Red Wings, instantly people know who the fuck the Detroit Red Wings are.
The Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team, and under his command, they do great, start winning a bunch of games.
This is becoming so regular, we should just have Michigan Day at the White House when the Red Wings come.
The Tigers, on the other hand, are doing absolutely terrible under the ownership of the CEO of Domino's, so he's forced to sell, and by 1992, Mike is able to buy the Detroit Tigers as well. And under his ownership, the Detroit Tigers start doing awesome as well, but Mike is not about to forget what the CEO of Domino's did.
I don't even think you really know what a bad day is.
So in 1993, right after he bought the Detroit Tigers, Mike launches the Big campaign for Little Caesars, which kicks off what is today known as the Pizza Wars. At this point in time, there's 3 major pizza chain restaurants in the United States of America. You've got Little Caesars, Domino's, and Pizza Hut.
How does it make you feel? It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
And Little Caesars comes up with a
Would you do this? You dumb fuck. Off topic. This is off topic. I know this is a bit. Why would The Rock be so stupid to do a bit where he's yelling at a child like this? Yes, I know the kid's laughing. But why would you do a bit where you're yelling like this at a child? Why? Your reputation's already in the shitter. Why are you gonna want... I don't know, Zeb. I don't know. He was at the time he was a heel? Maybe. If he was as a heel, okay, maybe he didn't have the option because he wasn't in charge back then. He may not. Okay, maybe if this was back when he was a heel, he probably didn't have an intention. He probably didn't have the choice. It's just I'm sorry. I'm probably looking at this through the colored glasses of The Rock today, and that's why I'm looking at it like this. I'm not seeing it through the lens of back when he did this. Yeah, I'm not seeing it through the lens of 2011. I'm seeing it through the lens of 2025. So I'm probably just I'm going overboard on this. It's not me being fair. I am okay. Never mind. Let me scratch that, strike it, roll it back, forget it. I'm overreacting to this. I am.
How it makes you feel.
And Little Caesars comes up with a brilliant marketing plan of what if we just sold big-ass pizzas? So they had their big promotion where they just sold a massive pizza and said that it was bigger than all the other pizzas on the market. That went so well and they made so much money that they actually started to make more money than Domino's, at which point Pizza Hut fired back by launching their Sasquatch pizza. And then Domino's came in with their Dominator pizza. It was literally a nuclear arms race of the pizza world. It was the golden age of pizza fast food. Then in 1997, after the pizza wars subsided, Little Caesars needed to have their next big promotion, and what they went with was hot, and ready. They decided to shift the entire direction of the company. They weren't going to focus on dine-in. They weren't going to have dine-in at all. They weren't going to deliver. It was going to be, you can walk in, pick up your pizza. Not only can you pick up the pizza, it's going to be there, it's going to be hot, and it's going to be ready. It's already done, and it's cheap as fuck. It's brilliant. It's cheap, it's fast, it's highly effective. You're a mom taking her kid to soccer practice, and you forgot, oh shit, it was my turn this week to bring the food to feed all the kids after soccer practice, and then you drive by, see a Little Caesars, and know that you can pick up 5 pizzas for like $30. The day is saved. And only focusing on pickup is actually part of the reason that the food is so cheap, because the buildings don't need to be that big. They can occupy these little tiny commercial areas because all they need is a kitchen and like a 3-foot wide area with a cash register for people to pay when they pick up their pizza. You're not wasting money on a dining area, you're not wasting money on delivery drivers, and that's a big part of why they managed to keep the pizza price at $5. On top of that, they did everything as cheaply as possible. Their marinara sauce is literally from concentrate, so the employees just dump this can of concentrated tomato paste in and mix it with water, and that's what the sauce is. And then they use the cheapest cheese they could get their hands on. And then for the dough is actually the good part, because the dough is actually made fresh every single day, because buying...
Yeah. Honestly, like, the dough is delicious. Little Caesars pizza is probably, for a while, it's not true today, but for a while, Little Caesars pizza was probably the only pizza where I would actually eat the crust, because the crust was delicious. For a lot of pizzas, like Domino's, I wouldn't eat the crust because the crust was like hard and it wasn't as good as the rest of the pizza. So I eat everything except the crust. Little Caesars, I always ate the crust because the crust was good. Their dough was good. Exactly. Their crust was soft and I loved it. And honestly, I love the sauce. Like, I appreciate the fact that it's like concentrate. The sauce is what makes the pizza. The Little Caesar sauce is a big part of what makes its pizza so good. Why I love it so much. It's like it's got like this, well, it's got a tiny bit of zip to it that it's like, it's yummy. I love it. Caesars is so good. I'm so hungry now.
Pre-made dough was more expensive than just making dough in-house. So the dough is actually really fresh, and that's why the crazy breadsticks are so good.
Got all this large pie and the crazy bread and the sauce for $6.
Somehow they managed to keep the price of the pizza $5 flat until 2022. It literally took a global pandemic that forced people to stay in their houses and not interact with people to get them to raise the price of their pizza. That's incredible. Okay, just for the record, gas prices alone went up 231% during that same time frame. We're not even going to talk about...
And don't have a taste for it.
It's unfortunate, Rebel Spark. Well, maybe one day you'll give it a try again and you realize, should have gone back or sooner. But in time, maybe, in time.
About the housing market, and somehow these guys managed to keep the pizza at $5. And guess how much they were forced to raise the pizza price by in 2022? 55 cents. The pizza is now, to this day, still $5.55.
I love jalapenos on my pizza.
I am a simple anime cat girl. I like cheese, and I am okay with pepperoni or sausage. My preferred preference is just cheese pizza. I am a simple anime cat girl, and don't really like toppings on my pizza. It is what it is. Crucify me if you must. But I like my standard cheese pizza.
In exchange for the price increase, you got 33% more pepperoni on your pizza. Okay, and why does this happen? For the same exact reason that it happened with Arizona Tea. Okay, it is a privately owned company. They are not worried about getting more money for all of their shareholders.
Night. You're heathen. You heathen. How dare you put the pineapple on the pizza? Ah! Strays. Destroy the heretic! I never understood the whole thing of pineapple on pizza. I mean, some people like it. It's fine. It's like, same people that love ketchup chips. Heckle denied. Be nice, gamer. I've never understood the whole thing about pineapple on pizza. I mean, if you liked it, God bless you. I never understood it. It's just... I mean, literally any... Yes, Rygat, it's a Canadian thing. Ketchup potato chips. It's potato chips that are ketchup flavored. That is a thing. You're in Canada. This sweet and tangy mix, logically speaking, I can understand it. But practically speaking, it makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. Yeah, Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian thing. Yeah, well, that's pineapple on pizza. Put the sauce, cheese, and toppings on a pine. Oh, Alex. Oh, God. Oh, God. Brevin! I do not have a toddler palate. I love lobster, for God's sake. How can you say I have a toddler palate? I just don't like pineapple on pizza. I like plain cheese pizza. I am a simple cat girl. There's nothing wrong with being a simple anime cat girl. It just means I'm easier to please.
Holders, once the owner has enough money to go out and buy all of his favorite sports teams, there's no reason to raise the price on the product, right? As long as he's still making money, he's happy. So that's exactly what he keeps doing. Okay, is Little Caesars cutting corners on the pizza? Yeah, it's their entire business model is to make the cheapest pizza possible, okay? But unlike most other companies, Little Caesars takes all that cost savings and passes it along to the customer, not giving it to their shareholders. Buh! I don't care if it's cheap, it still tastes like cardboard. Buh! You know what,
Nope.
keyboard warriors?
No. I don't know how people can say Little Caesars tastes like cardboard. It does not. Little Caesars pizza is fucking delicious. It is, I never could understand how people could say it tastes like cardboard. I never understood. He doesn't. Domino's is not bad. I don't think Domino's is bad pizza. Sab. No, it does not. It's good pizza. The sauce has a little bit of a tangy zip to it. The dough is soft and delicious. Pizza Hut is probably one pizza I have had Pizza Hut pizza, but it was unmemorable. I mean, for God's sake, Little Caesars is memorable pizza in a good way. There is no better compliment than if you remember a pizza company in a positive way. Domino's is fine. Papa John's is fine. Pizza Delight, which is a Canadian one, is fine. Little Caesars is fucking delicious. It tastes delicious, and I will fight you on that. Physically. To borrow a phrase. I will fight you on if Little Caesars not being delicious. It is yummy.
Would know exactly what cardboard tastes like, wouldn't you? I bet you could differentiate brands of windows by the taste. And you know what? I'm willing to concede. Is Little Caesars the best pizza if I'm judging by taste? Absolutely not. But you know what? It still tastes better than Italian pizza.
It's not great. It's not horrible. You're gonna get fat.
Buh! How can you even say that? The Italians literally invented pizza, and that's how it's supposed to be. Italian.
No, they didn't. That's a fallacy. It's a fallacy that the Italians created pizza. It was trying to remember who it was off the top of my head. Who was it that created pizza? It was not the Italians that created pizza. Was it? Oh, my brain is fried. The Italians adopted it as their quote unquote national. It could have been Sicilian Revan. That's a possibility. No. Here. Possibly in the Middle East? I don't remember. The one thing I do know is that the Italians did not create pizza. They did not. Nick may tell us, but I just wanted to call that out. against keyboard warrior Nick, that they did not create, they like adopted pizza as their like, national dish essentially, along with pasta, but they did not create it.
How can you even say that? The Italians literally invented pizza, and that's how it's supposed to be. Italian pizza has to be the best by default. A, no it doesn't. B, that doesn't even make sense, okay? You can say what you want about Little Caesars pizza, but at least they figured out how to spread the cheese evenly. Okay, Italian pizza is literally like, what if I had bread with tomato paste all over it, and then I threw 4 giant cheese balls on top? Okay, no, why would you do that? I want the next bite of pizza to taste exactly like the last bite of pizza, because pizza's fucking delicious. Okay, I don't care if the Italians did it first. They did it wrong, okay? Just because something's first doesn't mean it's the best or the right way to do something, okay? The Model T was the first mass-manufactured car.
I thought I'd read somewhere that it didn't start in Italy. I thought for sure that I'd read something that I thought for sure that it wasn't Italy that actually created the concept of pizza. Maybe I'm misremembering what I read, but I thought for sure it was somewhere else. Okay, modern pizza.
The Egyptians, the Greeks, and the Romans made pizza.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe that the Romans adopted it from the ancient Egyptians and the Greeks, perhaps, and then they modernized it, they developed the recipe so it's kind of become what we all think of it today. But I didn't think that they were the originators of the pizza. That was my understanding. Maybe I'm misremembering it wrong, but that's what I thought.
That doesn't mean that the Model T is better than my F-150. But it gets better, because not only did Mike manage to keep the price of the pizzas low simply because he could afford to and he's a good guy, he also took a ton of the profits that he made because he was making so much money and did a bunch of philanthropy. He created the Little Caesars Love Kitchen, which was a mobile Little Caesars that they would drive into natural disaster areas and give out free food to people. He helped with veterans charities.
Holy shit! Little Caesars had the deployable Little Caesars before Burger King had the deployable Burger King for the military? Why has the military not had the deployable Little Caesars? Why, I ask you? Where is our nation's money going? You can have a deployable Burger King. Why can you not have a deployable Little Caesars? Huh? I demand answers. Somebody get the Pentagon on the phone. Nick, you were in the Pentagon. These are the questions you should have been asking. Nick, you were in the Pentagon. This was a missed opportunity. Why did you not ask these questions? I'm not saying Burger King is better. I'm saying it is a different food type. Burger King is burgers. Little Caesars is pizza. You don't think that our troops overseas miss the taste of home with a Little Caesars pizza? Nick, I'm disappointed. You had an opportunity. You let it go to waste. My deployment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
They would drive into natural disaster areas and give out free food to people. He helped with veterans charities. He funded youth hockey leagues. In 1994, when Rosa Parks was attacked because she lived on the bad side of town, Mike heard about this and then got her into a nicer apartment on a nicer side of town and paid her rent for the rest of her life and never...
I remember hearing about this. Did he mention this in another video, or was it in an unsub podcast? I remember him mentioning this. Okay, it was the unsub. When he was talking about, okay, I think it was on an unsub podcast. He briefly mentioned about his research with this for this video, that he put Rosa Parks into a nice apartment and paid her rent for the rest of her life. Yeah, fucking based. Fucking based that this man set up Rosa Parks in a nice apartment and paid her rent for the rest of her fucking life. Fucking based Marine. Right there.
never even told anybody. Dude didn't do it for PR, didn't do it for the good press, literally just did it because it was the right thing to do, and nobody found out about it until he passed away. And when he did pass away in 2017 at the age of 87 years old, his widow became one of the wealthiest women in the entire country. Okay, that's the American dream. Dude goes off, serves 4 years in the Marine Corps, comes back home, finds a beautiful girl, marries her, plays professional baseball, blows out his knee, dreams are ruined, doesn't give up on himself. Goes out, starts a business, makes so much fucking money that he buys the sports team he used to play for and a couple of other sports teams. Does it all without being greedy, cutting corners to screw over his customer. He cuts corners to save the customer money so even poor people can afford to buy their kids pizza. And then with all the extra money he makes, he does a bunch of charity work and then dies at 87 years old, leaving his widow a billionaire like a complete fucking gangster. And the cherry on top, the entire thing was based off of one big, elaborate, multi-billion-dollar dick joke, which is a title that only a Marine could achieve. This video is so unhinged, I don't even know how to end it. I guess just like, be like Mike, you know? Never give up on yourself, never compromise your morals to make more money. If you can do charity work along the way, that's great. And apparently making dick jokes works. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out. Somebody's going to take that advice too literal, and there's going to be a new pizza chain called Girth Brooks. I guarantee it.
Is it?
Owner of the Red Wings since 1982, passed away at age 87. This afternoon, we asked if you join in a moment.
Strange-based CEOs make good products. Wonder why.
Uh-huh.
To honor his memory. We asked if you join in a moment of silence to honor his memory.
You'll never discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Mike and Marion had the courage to lose sight of the shore and discover new oceans. They kept pushing Detroit, and it had not been for them, I am saying Detroit would not be in the Renaissance that they're in now.
I just want to be remembered as a good father and somebody who loves Detroit. You know, I like to be remembered as for the people that know me as a decent guy.
God. We need more people like him. We need more people like him in business and in life.